what we have to remember is that we aren't just here to check boxes, and we're not just here to make other people happy. She's been waiting. Not the woman that you perform as, not the one that smiles through the pain, keeps the peace, and checks the boxes. I'm talking about the one that's beneath it all, the one that is silently waiting and hoping to come out and play, the one who's been quietly watching, whispering to you that there's more. She's been saying, choose me. The thing is, she's not demanding because she doesn't need to be. There's so many things in life around you that are demanding that her only desire is to help you feel peace, to feel love, and to feel worthy. So demanding is the last thing that she is. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I am a portrait photographer. I have a blog. I have a podcast called Unwritten where we just talk about all the things in life that should be talked about. We do little mini healing sessions most of the time. And I just love talking to people and sharing my story about my own unwritten life. I also have a free download workbook called The Permission Slip. So I'm putting that in my show notes. Please download it today. So who is this person that's waiting for you inside? That's only up to you to tell me. And I'm excited to hear about it. The only way you can access her is through journaling, through meditation, and through honest clarity of your goals, your truth, and your light. This woman inside of you is so incredibly strong, so incredibly wise, and yet we've been taught to not listen to her. We've been taught to look around with our eyes and see that we are not pretty enough, that we're not thin enough, that we're not smart enough. But all we have to do is close our eyes and listen to her, and she will tell you how beautiful, wise, smart, and intelligent you are. All we have to do is take a step back from our busy, crazy life and pause and hear what she has to say. The problem is that we're afraid. We're afraid because we've gone so far off track of who we thought we would be that it's almost scary to think that there's still part of us in there that has joy and confidence and laughter, because what is she going to do? What would she bring forth? But here's the thing. She's on your side. She knows that you've never meant to betray her. She knows that you're worthy of so much more than you give yourself credit for. And she knows that you are beautiful even on your worst days. So you don't have to be afraid of her. All she's here to do is to help guide you. And all I'm here to do is to help you listen to her. What would it mean to come home to yourself? Would it feel radical? Would it feel emotional? What if you could break through all the layers upon layers of crap that you've had to go through, that you've had to endure, and that you've had to suffer through, and find that little girl that has been waiting for you to give her a big ol' hug? The little girl that was you a long time ago, that dreamed of having a pony, or dreamed of becoming an artist, or a singer, or a dancer. What would it mean to come home to her? What would it mean to pause and start asking those questions within? And here's what happens when you do. You find joy, you find beauty, and you realize that your life is so much more than you give yourself credit for. And even though you've snuffed her down, she holds no grudge. Even though you have built up a tower around yourself to try to hide from this beautiful, joyful, innocent person that's inside of you, she can still break through. And what we have to remember is that we aren't just here to check boxes, and we're not just here to make other people happy. We're not just here to raise children and raise families. We're here because we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience, and that spiritualness, to me, isn't going to church. It's not praying. It's allowing creative brilliance to come through. It's looking at a flower and being amazed by its beauty. It's looking in the mirror and realizing that we are on this earth and it's hurtling through space, And we are part of a solar system and a Milky Way in this giant universe. And you look in the mirror and you're like, I am here right now. That's what spirituality is to me. It's this present moment and this glorious, amazing moment that we are alive and we're only here for a speck of time. So what are you going to do with it? The best way I can help guide you through finding that spirit that's inside of you so that you can harness the joy, the beauty, the energy of the magnificent gift of being on earth is to help you pause and to help you realize that what's inside of you matters, that your thoughts matter, that your voice matters, and that you don't have to stay small anymore, and there's nothing to be afraid of. All fear is doing is trying to teach us a lesson, and we just have to keep moving through the fear until we learn the lesson, and then something else comes up, and then we're going to learn that lesson too. And in the meantime of learning all these lessons, we're going to write more. We're going to journal more. We're going to leave a legacy of who we are to the people that matter the most. So whether it's journaling, writing, painting, start creating today. Start allowing this creative process to come through because that is magic. I've created a workbook. It's free to download. It's called the Permission Slip because I remember when I was going through this process, I was on a Zoom call, it was during COVID, and somebody was talking about literally writing out a permission slip. I give myself permission to go on a field trip today. I give myself permission to watch this R-rated movie today, whatever it is. And it made such an impact on me because I wasn't giving myself permission. I was allowing everybody else to have permission to do the things they wanted to do. But I just thought that was for somebody else. I didn't realize that I could give myself permission to be happy and joyful. And what I did after that was I wrote a list of 20 things that make me happy. And I just wrote down, I give myself permission to go on a hike. I give myself permission to journal. I give myself permission to meditate. Because if we don't pause and give ourselves permission, what happens is that everything else takes over. Yes, we are living in a fantastic time to be a woman, but it's also a scary time. We have so many responsibilities and so many things happening and going on that if we don't give ourselves permission to pause and to figure out why we're here and what motivates us to be better, then something else is going to take its place. And pretty soon, you're 45, you're 55, you're 65. The things that you've wanted to do, maybe you can't. Maybe you're too old. I hope you're not too old. But give yourself permission today. Give yourself permission to come home to yourself. Find that sacred space where you feel like you belong and allow that woman, that child that is you to come out and play. If this kind of resonates with you, please subscribe because this is only the beginning of your journey and I'm here for you. This does not have to be a scary experience. This is not a midlife crisis. This is just you coming home to you and allowing that little girl that's always been inside of you to see the sunlight, to play in the grass, and to dance. Because, like I said, we're only here for a little while, and it's a magical experience to be on this earth, in this solar system, in this Milky Way, in this universe. Thank you.